Hello. Welcome to Royal Sussex Live. Um, this is wonderful. Okay, you may hear a little echo, but I can fix that. But this I ain't so sure about. Okay, now what is doing something it didn't do last time? I've been talking about that computer. I'm going to switch over to the other one and see if this works. Works like a charm. Oh man, I hate to say goodbye to the big computer. But I may have to bid it adieu because it's not doing what it's supposed to. That is so weird. Okay. All right. All right, so I'm gonna close this one. And maybe I won't have to do that. Are you guys getting an echo? Let me know. Let me know if you guys are getting an echo. Oh no. I'm not sure what to do. Okay. So I'm going to be very brave and close the old computer. This tab is using camera off or microphone. Well, let me see. I got the camera off. I got the microphone. Oh, that's the other computer. You see there? See how I got two me's up. Okay. Now. Oh, okay. So that's why. All right. This is so funny. Let me see. Don't trip on me today. So I want slides. Now I can get yesterday's slides, but I don't know about today's. Okay. All right. I just closed it. Maybe that'll help. And it didn't. Okay. Oh my God. Let me see. Hey, VS, I might need you. Oh, okay. With the two barons. Okay. Let me close one baron. All right. So I close one of the barons. I still hear an echo. Oh, man. Okay. I'm like, okay, you all, I'm about to close this one and go to the new computer. Changes may not be saved. That's okay. Well, let me try it one more time. Because I can't do anything without my slides. Oh. Okay, I'm going to be very brave and close the big computer. Oh my God. Oh man. All right. And wait a minute. Why is that other one still going? Oh Lord. Okay. Okay, so you all can hear me. Now, I want to close out that other one, and it's not letting me close. Well, this is the first. This is the first. The important thing is don't panic. Ha! Got it. Yes. Whew. Okay. Okay. We're good. We are good. Yes, leave, leave, leave. Goodbye from there. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Royal Sussex Live. Welcome, one and all. Man, I'm over here like hyperventilating. Let me see who was here first. Um, who? Do what? BD 140. Oh, okay, that's easy. BD 140. Let's see. Brenda Phillips, Little Mac, Shells Bells, Hazel Jones. Hey, there it is right there. There's my slides. You know what? There's nothing wrong with this computer. It's just like a lot of the squatties. When it gets up in the morning, you got to let it sit on the side of the bed. You got to let it dangle its feet and roll its neck and then go start a hot shower so it can loosen up all the joints. And then after all of that, then you got to go find something for the pain. Hey, Judy. Judy Muscassid is here, and Terry H, and Lucy Wynn, Gail Anita One, VS Speaks Royally. Let me see. Lorna Williams, Echo Now with the two Barons. Okay. Claudia Sims, Carlene Beckford. Okay. Lydia Washington. Did I say already? Okay, I'm just, you leave me. Hey, you leave me. Uh, I'm going to just scroll all the way down to the last. Janice Goodrich, I was over here about to drop a deuce. I was over here trying to figure out everything out. I mean, literally, I almost laid an egg. But the thing is, we got it all figured out, and it's just as though it didn't happen. So I'm going to be very slow and deliberate about everything I do so not to upset my PC. It's old, it's grumpy, it's temperamental. It's a 2016 iMac. But the iMacs, they last pretty long. Um, oh, is that what I did? All right, now I see what happened. Oh, okay. Do I want to do that? Okay, I think I see what the problem is. Okay, I better leave that alone. Yeah, I better leave that alone. But I think I found what I did here. All right. Okay, so never mind. Let's get on with it. So, Meghan Markle, Prince Harry snubbed by Oprah Winfrey and Obama over their drama. And that was back in February of 2023. And in the Mirror, it says Hollywood elites avoiding Harry and Meghan to stay in William and Kate's good book. Woo! Hollywood elites. Let me try that one more time. Hollywood elites are avoiding Harry and Meghan to stay in William and Kate's good book. I'm sorry, that was a pregnant pause. I'm trying to think what is a William and Kate good book, and if one violates their so-called good book, then what happens? What happens? You're going to come and mumble me to death? Huh? Are you going to admonish me with your stare? Right? Or even worse, are you going to have a tour of the country? Now, if you really want to get even with somebody, just go on a royal tour, because when they go on a royal tour, it usually be something that's a little racist about it. It's usually something coercive about it. And the other thing is a royal tour. Yeah, that's it. Take a royal tour of Santa Barbara or Beverly Hills or San Diego. Take a royal tour of Southern California and cause them to bankrupt their economy, right? And yeah, that would get even with them. Aside from that, I don't that was back in July of 2023. But wait, I'm not done yet. I'm not done yet. Okay. Meghan and Harry underestimated how low in Hollywood's pecking order they'd be. And that is supposedly an X pile that says that. And then, okay, y'all got room for one more? Here goes. Harry and Meghan snubbed by Hollywood in bid to cozy up to Will and Kate. What are they going to do? Cast them in a romantic comedy? If you could put Will and Kate in something that's supposed to be a romantic comedy, that would be hilarious. That would be hilarious. As a matter of fact, it might end with someone taking a trip to the emergency room or something. I'm trying to figure out, how do you cast them in anything? Or were they hoping that Will and Kate were going to loosen the purse strings and invest in the project? Will and Kate, Will and Kate can't even decide how much money is necessary to keep the Middletons afloat. So how in the world are they in a position to be of any help? It's as if aside from Katy Perry, aside from Lionel Richie, who in Hollywood wants anything to do with that family? The last time someone wanted to do anything with them, Her Majesty the Queen was celebrating a jubilee. It was for her jubilee. What was it? The silver, the diamond, whatever it was, jubilee. That was the last time. But when Charles was having a coronation, and do understand, it's been 70 years since the last time anyone living can remember a coronation. And there's so few people. You could take about a 10 by 10 square and have everybody in Britain that has any recollection of a coronation, you could have them all stand in that square, little 10 by 10-foot square. And believe me, by the time you go to lunch, when you come back, about half the people in the square either they won't be able to stand up or they may have gone to the ancestors. I don't know. That is just the height of arrogance. That is the height of arrogance. It is a cult, isn't it? Why do I feel like I hear the theme to the Twilight Zone? Why am I hearing the Twilight Zone? So, let's see. MR, thank you very much for the Cash App. And also earlier today, I got two Cash App, two PayPals. Two PayPals. Let me see. One from P P. The first letter P and the second name starts with P. Thank you very much for the PayPal. And let's see. Then there was someone else who sent to PayPal. Let me see. Oh, okay. CG. Thank you very much for the PayPal. Yeah, I hope I got that right. CG. Thank you very much. All right, so that was two PayPals and one Cash App from earlier today and just before I went on. Okay, I'm amazed I remembered to do that. I am amazed I remembered to do that. Now, as you know, anytime something like this happens, anytime there seems to be one of these very odd misunderstandings, just in the, well, you know what they say, in the spirit of fairness, um, one might um, one might decide that it's only fair to let me see, reach out to Kensington Palace, right? You know what? I think I see what I did. I know, as a matter of fact, I know. I don't think it was the computer that time. I think I was busting the move trying to get on, and yeah, I did that myself. Now it works like a charm. Oh boy, I tell you. Okay, so here goes. We wanted to reach out to Kensington Palace for comment in the spirit of fairness because, even though News Corp or Rupert Murdoch's company, they don't give a toss about being fair, here at Royal Sussex, it is our duty to invoke a fairness doctrine. So, um, I think I was speaking too fast about my computer. Listen, you all, I am not giving up this PC. This thing has been with me through the best of times and through the roughest of times, and it's always worked. I say it's always worked. Uh-huh. I said all right. And like I said, it's always worked. PC, it's all let me give it a little help here. Okay. Okay, reaching out to Kensington Palace.
Obviously, it'd be. I would love to have met her, and she's obviously she's an inspirational woman to look up to. Obviously, on to this day, and going forward and things. It is. It's a wonderful family. The members who I've met have achieved a lot, and very inspirational. So yeah, I do.
Why does that remind me of Eddie Murphy doing an impersonation of Stevie Wonder? And I just want to thank all the people of the world, everyone who lives in a small country, a big country, everyone that's listening to me today, all the people that bought my records. I don't know why this kind of reminds me of one of those Eddie Murphy, Stevie Wonder speeches. And some of the people that I met in the family, they've been a real inspiration. They've done some. I want to know who. Well, okay, we know you never met Diana. They took care of her allegedly, but who in that family has achieved so much? Who's the big achiever? Okay. Anyway, so I think I have one more. I have one more. Harry and Meghan are learning that Hollywood only respects real royalty. The Sussexes could do worse than attending the coronation, if only to show Tinseltown that they still have a part to play in British history. Camilla Tominey, it would be different if I didn't assume, if I had no assumption that you know better, but you know better. I don't know why they got this notion that people in Hollywood are pacing the floor, that they are bristling, gnashing their teeth up at night, gnashing their teeth, angry with Harry and Meghan because they won't go back to that same institution that eliminated Princess Diana. I would assume that more people in Hollywood would be sympathetic to Harry and Meghan, especially considering what they put poor Diana through. I just cannot believe that they believe that there is any truth to this. This is just an exercise of futility. This is a mere smoke and mirror type of situation where they are trying to convince their loyal readers, they are trying to convince their right wing, Brexit sympathizing, they're trying to convince them that there is some merit to this argument about Harry and Meghan are really ruining their opportunities because they didn't go to the coronation. They didn't go to the Queen's memorial. Let's see, what else didn't they do? Rosh Hashanah. They didn't go to Rosh Hashanah and a couple of other high holy days. I mean, you take your pick. Every time there's some kind of holiday that comes up, I don't even care if it's another religion. They want to know if Harry and Meghan are coming. Will Charles have a chance to see his grandkids? As if. Do you think I would want to bring my child to Balmoral so Camilla can blow smoke in their face? Do you really believe that? If she still smokes, I don't know if the Queen consort still smokes, but something tells me she never stopped. But I don't have evidence that she's still a smoker. I don't have evidence that she's still a drinker. By the way, I got a couple of things for her coming down the pike too. But so Camilla Tominey, who appears to have a fish hook stuck in her top lip, either that or she just belched or something. She wrote this vomit all over the screen to try to make people believe that Harry and Meghan are in trouble. And by doing that, they bring engagement. They get people to click on. Now, I showed you an advertisement for the Telegraph, which has a very sad looking photo of Harry and Meghan. And it says something to the effect that they have made every possible mistake that they could make, and there's no way back now. Something like that. They have been running that same ad, I'm going to guess, for maybe 3 months or more. And the ad is designed to look like it's a new headline. But every time I log into the Twitter or the social media site formerly known as Twitter, it always comes up. The exact same example. Not a word is different. And Camilla Tominey is on the other side of that. So anybody who was goofy enough to go ahead and get a subscription, because there is a paywall for the Telegraph, anybody goofy enough to get a prescription has run smack dead into a Camilla Tominey story or worse. But she works for the Telegraph. She also is connected to that group of people that are obsessed with Harry's citizenship status, his green card status. I actually saw a video where she was in a meeting with them, a Zoom call, and let me tell you something, that was about as weird as it gets. Now, these are the people that Harry and Meghan have angered. These are the people that they have frustrated. These are the people who, according to one of the tabloids yesterday, they are so sick of Harry and Meghan. Do you hear me? Sick! They're absolutely livid with them and can't wait for them to move, says a source, neighbor, or something like that. Now, they live in a gated community. I have lived in places where I have not seen a neighbor for so long. We both thought the other had died, okay? I have lived in places where I thought I was the only person in the building, the only person on the block. Everybody keep themselves. And so the thing is, it's almost impossible for you to assume that they ever even see their neighbors. Now, you know, they're very cordial with Orlando Bloom. They help each other. And there's a few other people in the community. But other than that, you don't have to see your neighbors. It's just not necessary. Why would you? I mean, there's a lot of neighborhoods where you just don't ever see your neighbor. So I'm trying to figure out where's the common space where you would run into them. Where is the situation where you'll find out? I mean, this was they were well, I can't say they were serious. I'm just going to say they did that. And yet, according to one of the videos that I watched, the people at the party, a few of them introduced themselves as neighbors. They introduced themselves as neighbors, meaning what? They had never seen Harry and Meghan. All the time they've been there, they hadn't run into them. Now, there was one person who claimed that this was some time ago, that he wanted to get chummy with them and give them some information about the neighborhood. In the middle of a pandemic, when they are moving in, and considering we're in the pandemic, I'm going to tell you, I didn't see most of my loved ones for about 2 years and did not care. I wanted to live. I didn't care if I never saw them again. We could talk on the phone as long as there's a pandemic, and that's that. So if I'm cool with not seeing my relatives for a couple of years, surely someone who is moving in with a baby and another one on the way is very comfortable with the idea of not having a stranger handing you information about the neighborhood in the middle of a pandemic. Good intentions or not. So that whole thing was just stupid. And the fact that there's so many people, and if you're a deranger listening, please get some help. It is so sad that so many people just sit and wait to hear something negative and ridiculous like that, that in no way reflects anything like the truth. So these are those neighbors. These are those neighbors that Harry and Meghan don't get along with. And not just neighbors, but just some of everybody. These are the people right here. It was incredible. Now, I am going to show you a couple videos. I will. I am going to show you a couple of videos, and you will get a chance yourself to see exactly what the reaction was. And reaction there was. Let's see here. So this, I want to say this was after Harry and Meghan, if I understand the layout correctly, Harry and Meghan were in an area that seemed to be more like a VIP area. And most people on the other side of the stage did not know that they were there. They were not on the guest list. Now, I saw the guest list. Unfortunately, I only saw it that one time, and now I cannot find it. But they were on a guest list, and I mean, they were not on the. Oh, Elaine Parker, thank you so much for the super sticker, and thank you for watching Royal Sussex. So let me see if I can grab one of those videos from today, one that would give a good explanation as to what's happening. Huh. Uh-huh. Okay, is this the long one? Let me see. Oh, that's 1 minute, 10 seconds. Okay. Okay, I'll try this one. I think it's okay. Now, I had to get rid of the audio, and you know why? Because sometimes they have the video on there, and that's no good. So Harry and Meghan, Kevin. Okay, let me try this one.
Then, ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to Duke and Duchess of Sussex.
Okay, so the first award is to Alexa Fullerton.
That's right. People don't forget what music means to all of us. Music brings us together, all of us. Don't ever forget that, please.
The Duke and Duchess of Sussex. Ooh.
Hello everyone. Hello, hello. Hi, I'm the CEO of One805. Welcome. Thank you everybody for coming early on a Friday night. Thank you to our donors, our 180 volunteers tonight.
You're not supposed to do that.
$5,000 from the Gene Perkins Foundation. And this is going to be used to provide much needed open water and backcountry rescue support countywide using high-tech advanced drones. So the money that One805 raises goes straight to our community and straight to our first responders. And so we thank you all for that. Just in case you don't have enough fun tonight, we do have our next event to announce. And so on December 20th at the Libero Theater, we're going to put on a little party as a tribute to one of our board members, and that is Alan Parsons.
So there you go. Did they introduce them as the Duke and Duchess of Sussex? I think they did. Oh, so that was interesting. Now, it is obvious that all of these people who don't want to have anything to do with Harry and Meghan, who think that they are totally irrelevant, they are seething with anger. I mean, they are gnashing their teeth right now because of the way they have ignored Charles, the way that they have mistreated William and Kate, all of those things. The way they walked away from their country. They are so angry with Harry and Meghan that they won't stop taking pictures of them. They won't stop taking selfies. They won't stop introducing people. That's how angry they are. I guess they're trying to make them shake hands until their arms come off or something. But look at the lady right there doing the selfie and recording and everything. I mean, it was, you could see that there's a tight circle around them for some people that are not so important. And dare I say, I think I don't think they're actually the richest people in the room. Oprah's there. Oh, but our Duchess looks absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And I love this photo right here. You can see Meghan kind of smiling uh, in the distance there, and Harry. Um, I'm not sure what Harry's doing. I'm not sure what Harry's doing. I think Harry wants to talk a little business because if I'm to understand, um, Harry is like the main producer. I mean, they own a production company, but there's no way you have this much power in one place and don't say hi. So who knows? But I tell you, Harry was so animated. I mean, I don't know that I've ever seen him this animated away from the Invictus Games, but he was just talking and laughing and smiling, and you would have thought he was running for governor. Yep. Now, just in case you're unaware, this charity is for the local fire department or fire station or whatever for what is it, Santa Barbara? This is like an annual fundraiser. It's called 1805. Now, 805, is that the freeway? I think that's the freeway, ain't it? Anyway, yeah. So I just took like my favorites. No, Harry's fine. Harry's fine. I think Harry might want to talk a little business though. I think that's what his problem is that he might be wanting to talk a little business. So I don't know who Friar Tuck is here. I don't know who that person is. But for some reason, there is a brother or a friar or something. Maybe he's like a chaplain for the fire department or for the city or whatever. I can't be sure. But that is quite a uniform. That is quite a uniform he's wearing. And right there, our Duchess looks absolutely stunning. Now, there's some type of trophy there. I cannot figure out what it is. To me, it looks like something covered in coconut, like a giant what a snowball. Remember those snacks from Hostess, the snowball? It had the cake on the inside, filled with whipped cream, and then there was an outer layer of marshmallow covered in coconuts. That's what it looks like to me as one of those snowballs. I can't be sure what it is. Also, I think the inside of it is red, so it kind of looks like an ashtray, like one of those ones from like back in the 70s. You could either put out a cigarette or bludgeon someone with it, one of those big heavy ashtrays. The kind that breaks the end of the table if you sit it down too hard, those ashtrays. Aw, how beautiful. I've selected this one personally. This is my favorite. How beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. Beautiful. Yep, beautiful. Maybe that's what the problem is. Harry probably is trying to stare down anybody who might want to try to talk to Meghan. You never know. Harry is very protective of his wife. Now, let's get back to this Easter Island head reporter. Now, this, ladies and gentlemen, is a Camilla Tominey. I repeat, this is a Camilla Tominey. Now, don't stare directly at her because you definitely wouldn't want her come lunging at you with that very large cranium. It could split a American oak in two. So I repeat, ladies and gentlemen, Camilla Tominey. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I'm afraid that's a Camilla Tominey. Anyway, Camilla Tominey, who has measurably the longest cranial mass in all of British journalism. If they were to hold a contest right now, if one was to find a measuring tape or a yardstick and measure right now, and I believe the elongation was caused by making up stuff. You know, poor Pinocchio, Pinocchio's nose began to grow. Poor Camilla, well, I think some of these things that she has fabricated over the years has had the opposite effect. Now, had she had the normal reaction to the lies that she tells, then this would have happened. But because she could always run and try to get an emergency rhinoplasty, just fly down to Turkey or something. Something that they're not easily able to adjust the cranial mass, the longest in all of the United Kingdom. That comes from making up stuff. This is that look she got on her face when she was confronted about Meghan made Kate cry. Do you remember that? Can you see the caption? Kate and Meghan, what really happened? And so when she was confronted by it, I have to give her this much. Camilla Tominey, it is very difficult to pin her down. She is going to find some verbal escape. She will find a verbal escape, and she will never apologize for the stuff that she's done, especially where the Sussexes are concerned. Now, just to save you the trouble, because I know some of you all are likely to go to your Google, or perhaps you have an old encyclopedia sitting around. Just trust me when I say this. That is the longest cranial mass outside of Easter Island. Okay? The longest. So don't. What did Kate take out her extensions? Well, she does favor Kate a lot. She does favor Kate a lot. Because, and you know what? I have that photo where she looks like Kate. I have that photo coming up. So I will make sure that I point that out when we get there. So anyway, Camilla Tominey, along with the rest of those vipers at the tabloid media, they were completely wrong about the Sussexes where Hollywood is concerned. Kinsey Schofield is another one. She makes up stuff about the Sussexes in Hollywood. Harry and Meghan have a young family. They have two little ones at home. And when they were ready, and not a moment sooner, when they were ready to be more available and to do more things, that was a decision that they made as a family. Now, that could always change. We're not sure exactly what the strategy is, but whatever reason, Harry and Meghan have made themselves more available. If there's anything we know for sure, is that they were not some type of pariah where the Hollywood community was concerned. That was all a figment of their imaginations or a flat out lie. I'm willing to lean toward it was a big lie. They obsess about that because they want to make sure that they can feed negative commentary to their regular viewers or readers or whatever the case may be. But there's no truth to it, and Camilla Tominey knows that. Now, you must say to yourself, what does she do with all that money she makes from the stuff she makes up? Well, a little hot mama like that, what else would you do? You would go and find yourself a dandy little mini with a zipper in the front, like any lady would wear. and a tight white t-shirt like any lady would wear, and some little ankle-high boots. What else could be more ladylike and dignified? That's what you do with all that money that you make from the stories that you tell in the Telegraph. You go shopping. You get on Shine, disposable fashions. You go to Shine and you just start ordering stuff. You bypass Oxford Street and just go straight to Shine. Yeah. So that's what she does with the money. And that's what she does with it. There's a whole nother side of Camilla Tominey that we just don't know. I know I feel like a bit of a voyeur that I'm even looking at this because I'm not sure exactly what's going on. But let it suffice to say, somebody thinks they're cute. Somebody thinks that they're cute. And you know what? Let them have it. If this is their finest hour, who am I to take this away from them? You go, girl. You go. Now, the very insignificant, non-entity, irrelevant Sussexes were having the time of their lives. As a matter of fact, they were having such a good time, Kevin Costner couldn't get enough of them. And of course, Oprah, they're very familiar with her. It was like a big family picnic. A big family picnic. Look at Kevin Costner, which, by the way, you guys, Kevin Costner still looks good. And I didn't realize Kevin Costner was so tall, but Kevin Costner's got to be at least 6 feet tall. I think Harry's like 6'1", 6'2". So Kevin Costner's got to be at least 6 feet tall, maybe 6'1". And he still looks good. I tell you, Separation agrees with him. Too soon? Too soon? Okay, maybe it's too soon. And let's see. Now check it out. There's some of the firemen. There's Oprah. There's Ellen and Portia. I mean, it's a family reunion. If everybody from Santa Barbara is at this event, who's in Santa Barbara? That's what I want to know. Or is this in Santa Barbara? I actually have no clue. But that was very smart what Meghan is wearing because, as you can see, the sun was starting to set, and you know it was going to start to get a little cool as everybody there is living close to the ocean. So it was going to get kind of cool. Very smart of our Duchess to wear something big and blousy like that. Oh, look at there. Now, I don't know who the guy is with that trophy. I don't know. What is that trophy? It is a trophy, but what is it? I have no idea what it is. It looks like one of those, like when you go to the eye doctor and they want to show you what eye disease looks like and they pick up one of those models. It looks like the model of a human eyeball. That's what it looks like. Yeah, that's what it looks like to me. It looks like one of those optometrist model eyeballs. I'm sure it's something else. And there it is again. So there's our Meghan. And who is that in the pink suit? I don't know. I have no clue who that is in the pink suit. But anyway, they're having a good time. They're having fun, and that's all that I care about. And yep, here's just yet another angle. Now let me see if I had one more video. I thought I did, but maybe I didn't. Maybe I didn't put it together yet. No, I think that was it for now. Well, I'll probably do another one later. I still got a couple of the small videos that I didn't share with you guys. And I'm trying to think, did I share something before that? Maybe. Oh, maybe not. Okay. All right. Nope, I don't think I did. All right, no worries. So later tonight, just look for another short. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle joined Kevin Costner on stage at his $26 million polo field for the Hollywood Stars 1805 Live event to raise money for local first responders. The Duke and Duchess were spotted backstage soon after arriving, chatting with Kevin and the VIP guests, mainly senior figures from local police and firefighting services. They were introduced on stage as special guests, and Meghan presented Kevin with an honorary award. Making their way afterwards to the VIP area, they were stopped by Katy Perry's mom and dad and posed for a selfie. Later, Harry was spotted dancing while Meghan chatted to other attendees. Come on, Harry, the party animal. Um, Let me see. The couple also did a mini royal style walkabout, happily chatting to the well heeled guests. Now, okay, this, I don't know which newspaper this came from, but notice that they want to throw royal walkabout, mini walkabout. They want to throw that into the mix just to big up the royal family. That's what that is. They want to big up the royal family. Just like a lot of people are noticing lately that they keep throwing out the term Duchess of Sussex. Instead of calling Meghan Markle, they have been using um, uh, Duchess of Sussex quite often lately, as if a stern reminder that she's one of ours. If there's something royal attached to it, then the tabloids wants to help the institution take ownership of the Sussexes. And oh, you know what? I just noticed those are identical. Never mind. Oh, there's the Daily Mail. There's the Daily Mail. Harry and Meghan's new campaign to win Hollywood over. Sussexes are all smiles as they are given star billing at Kevin Costner's fundraiser in front of allies Oprah and Ellen DeGeneres. You see what I mean? You see what I mean? So I guess they said one word too many polite about the Sussexes last week, and now it's time to take it all back. Now it's time to try to take it all back. But either way, we are unmoved. We are not discouraged or deterred by the tabloids or the what do you call it? The royal household, which seems to be leaking a lot lately. But yeah, there you go. Now, you all were wondering, where did Camilla get that Dior dress in such short notice, right? I'm sure you're wondering, where did she find a Dior? Because originally she was going to wear Bruce Oldfield, and then all of a sudden, in the 11th hour, that changed to Dior. Well, I'm going to tell you. Now, right here is one of the designers that works for the House of Dior. That is the cover for one of the designer's cars right outside of their Paris offices. So you get where I'm going, right? They actually, now see, when you looked at the photo the other day, it wasn't easy to see exactly what happened, right? It wasn't that easy to see it because every time you look at that dress, it looks different. Like sometimes it looks like she's one of the characters from Star Wars. You know what I mean? And then other times it's just like she has quite a few looks going on. That dress is like a magic canvas of some sort, or fabric, or cape, or cloak, where it's for shape shifting. You can be anything you want to be, so long as it's navy blue. you, you can be pretty much whatever you want to be, so long as it's navy blue. I think that's the rule. Now, the other thing is the shoes are quite unique, and those shoes were supposed to be returned back to the Natural History Museum. I don't know if they did return it or not, but that is where those shoes go, is at the Natural History Museum. So this, of course, is evidence as to where they found that dress. As you can see, when they took the photo, I think they photoshopped it so Camilla didn't seem as though she was actually poking her head through a car cover, or a dress that doubles as a car cover. But apparently, Camilla was having a spot of bother, and that's why Madame Macron was trying to help Camilla. Because Camilla, oh, I'm sorry. That's why she was trying to help Camilla, because she was trying to help Camilla conceal the fact that she was wearing a navy blue car cover. Now, Leg says, did she take Ford Fiesta's escape car cover? Her Ford Fiesta / escape. You know, there's a strong possibility because, as you know, Sophie has been using the Royal Protection Officers and the motorcades more often since she's gotten a break, or gotten a gotten a promotion. So she don't need to take the Fiesta Escape anymore. Now, the other thing I want you to notice is that what is supposed to be an ultra glamorous look inspired by old Hollywood is actually something that was inspired by old Donald Trump. As you can see, there is quite a bit of resemblance from the hairstyle of Donald Trump's, where it's like up and back. There's a little resemblance there, I think. And I can prove it too. See, check it out. You see what I mean? There is a ever so slight resemblance with that startled look, the hair's windswept. It's very difficult to tame those gold locks, or grayish gold locks. Very difficult to tame it. So I believe that she took her inspiration from a Ford Fiesta / Escape car cover, and of course Donald Trump. So that explains it. You know, all will be revealed in time. Correct. Correct. Now, trundle. That word seems to perplex everyone. Not Phantom of Versailles, asked one of the squatties. Well, that was in reference to the thing that I made the other day, the Phantom of Versailles. For some reason, Camilla just put me in mind of some mythical creature, or some spirit from the underworld that has been wandering the halls of Versailles, probably for the past 200-300 years. Whenever they took out Louis. And of course, trundle. Trundle moves slowly and heavily, typically in a noisy or uneven way, like she trundled into the cathedral to get her crown. So yeah, if you had to describe the entrance that was made by the queen consort, just remember, she didn't gallop into Westminster Abbey. She didn't sashay. She didn't like kind of ease her way in there. She trundled. She trundled her way in. That's why her sister and her, or is that both her sisters? That's why they're running after her, because as she was trundling, they didn't want her to trundle all over that gown. So, because if she would have tripped, she'd have rolled up like a big wad of toilet paper. And well, her petticoat would have been showing. It would have just been a disaster for everybody involved. So they made sure that they tried to stop her, or at least slow her down, as she trundled her way into Westminster Abbey. Looking a hot mess. Oh, am I on the wrong one? No, this is the right one. So there's the other version of trundle. She trundled down the steps of the aircraft very slowly, so not to anger the gods or the spirits or the ancestors, and have her dress fly over her head, thus causing her temporary blindness. And then, of course, she really would have been in trouble coming. As a matter of fact, if she would have fallen, she would have probably have taken out Charlie too. Charlie wouldn't have survived that. If she ever went tumbling down those steps, if I was Charles, I would step aside, because once that momentum pick up, it ain't nothing you can do anyway. So could you imagine if she lost her footing and Charles tried to stop her? Oh, it would be London Bridge down. What was that? It would be London Bridge all over again. So probably best they don't do that. You know, if she ever, when the Secret Service protects people, if Camilla ever went to visit the United States, I wonder what kind of nickname the Secret Service would give her. You know, Michelle Obama, her Secret Service name was Evergreen, or was it Renaissance? Was it Renaissance or Evergreen? I think it was Renaissance. And let me see. Oh my goodness. Who was? I know Reagan was Rawhide. I don't even. It seems like that would be. You know what? If the Secret Service had to have would have ever had to have protected William, maybe they did help in New York. So maybe on some of those radios, they were like, Rawhide's on the move. Rawhide's on the move. Oh, okay. Where is he headed? Pulled pork sandwich. A pulled pork sandwich. Oh, okay. So yeah, that would be a good nickname for William by the Secret Service, Rawhide. If it ain't, it will be. That sounds very Millie Jackson. If it ain't, it will be. So, as I said, Charles took that savage over to Paris to join him on a state visit. I think he should have taken Anne, because Anne knows how to navigate around nice things. But to take Camilla, someone who eats like a savage, someone who behaves like an angry person, someone who conspires and manipulates things just so that she could be the queen or whatever, not really fit to have around a table. And of course, there's I showed you the photo on the left, but the one on the right, if you want to know how a person is, just catch them off guard. Just catch them off guard. That's the real Camilla. That is the real Camilla. That that mock-up of a Camilla that the one that they have modeled for the tabloid news, That Camilla doesn't exist. This is the Camilla that would snatch your wrist out of joint if you dare touch one of her chips without asking. That's the real Camilla. And of course, the one who can't seem to sort out how to eat ice cream. All these years, and she still hasn't sorted out how to eat ice cream. But she's got the meatballs down. She can go to town on meatballs for whatever reason. She has no problem with that. But ice cream, not so much. I mean, she get it on her nose, get it under the eye. She just don't know how to make sense out of it. Oh, good. They gave her a spoon. Probably should have gave her a shovel, but they gave her a spoon. And I told you all, I had another one of those photos. And I think I still have another one. But, you know, considering the global pandemic and everything, I think there's only so much of graphic depictions like this that one can take. So we'll just leave it at this one, and I won't share any others with you. You know, because it might be breakfast for some and dinner for others. Look how she's always creeping and looking around corners, the way she's always cutting her eye over at Meghan. I mean, she's as sneaky as they come. She's just sneaky as they come. She just creeps up on you. Just creeps up on you. I mean, this is the stuff of nightmares. She will haunt your dreams. Now, check this out. Spotted during my volunteer shift in the local school library. Shift in the, it's school library. Today, one of our new books this year and the only current royal family member biography in our elementary school library. To clear up any confusion, our library does not have books on QE2 and other non-currently living royal family members. So the only one that they have is the Duchess of Sussex? How cool is that? How cool is that? I love it. All right, so this happened. Not my king. Not my king. These pernicious, persistent individuals actually managed to get into the very heart of Buckingham Palace. And then they stripped their shirts off or opened their jackets up, only to expose Neiman Marcus, or as they say, not my king. I just translated that from the ancient Gaelic dialect that they use in Wales. Not my king. And I'm a little embarrassed because one of these people seemed to be overly excited about having crashed Buckingham Palace. As a matter of fact, yeah. I think one of the people are just a bit overly excited about the fact that they have stormed the Bastille. Oh, I'm sorry, that's not the Bastille. That they have stormed the Palace of Versailles. How do I keep doing that? I mean Buckingham Palace. And I'm not saying that to give anybody any ideas. Let me see. Are you speaking of Camilla, the one that eats like a provincial savage? Thank you so much for the super chat. But yeah, I think that I don't know. I'm a little embarrassed, that's all. But it seems like If you know, you know. But it just seems like all of this protesting gets some people all worked up. What? What are you talking about, Lydia? I didn't. I wasn't. Well, Oh, I didn't notice the letter because. I didn't notice the letter because it looked like somebody was going to trip over the explanation point. Um, I didn't. I've seen that group several times, and I did not notice that they included an explanation point. Oh. All I can say is I'm a bit embarrassed now. Let's see. Fancy Wolsome, thank you so much for the super sticker. Well, you guys, I'm gonna go to the next slide. Try not to trip over anything on the way out of here. So I don't know if you guys realize this, but there was massive protests I guess they were in London today. They were protesting because they would like to have the UK back as part of the European Union. There are some people that actually the majority of people in the United Kingdom say that the Brexit was a mistake, that was a huge mistake. And a lot of people have paid a paperwork price for it. They have waited in queues that didn't make any sense. They did not have the same open, free-flowing border to Europe that they're accustomed to, and vice versa. When they try to come home, still they don't have the ease of convenience as they've had in the past. And why? Because of Brexit. Oh, Leeds for Europe. That's where they are. That flag says Leeds. They're in Leeds. So that is a bit of a quandary, as Samuel Jackson loves to say. It appears that what we have here is a bit of a quandary, which is interesting because I don't know what a quandary is. If they do go back to the EU, there is going to be hell to pay. There is going to be hell to pay because they will have to renegotiate trade deals. Before, they were trading as a member of the European Union. But now they don't even have a trade deal with the United States. You know what they say? Pride cometh before the fall. Speaking of pride cometh before the fall, did you guys see the people that did you all see the group that went to Buckingham Palace? I hope that they get the attention that they're after. But if you ask me, I don't think they have a leg to stand up. I don't think they have a leg to stand on. So I hope they get the attention they want. But I just don't think they have a leg to stand on. If they do, they're not even. But oh. Anyway, what was I talking about? Whew. somehow this Royal Sussex has degraded into a bit of a burlesque show. So before we become a very undignified gathering, let me continue. Shall I? Okay. Oh. Also, this was okay. Yeah, that's Leeds. That's the same thing. Let me go here. Now, rejoin the EU protests in London. So there was a bet that they would not talk about it on BBC or any other of the UK channels. But VS, I have no idea because, as you know, I don't pay much attention to those people. I just glance at the photos, and if I don't lose an eye, I guess then. Anyway, they want to rejoin the European Union in Leeds. So that is France 24. So yeah, that's it. France 24. They're the ones that's covering this event, but the British television stations are not likely to follow suit. Uh, and also in Wales, they are also protesting. They had a protest today because the Welsh want the British out once and for all. Now, the whatever you say, Church Nelly, I only just found out that there was the other one. At least I didn't know what the name was. I certainly knew of it. But anyway, what was I saying? Oh, the Welsh, they consider themselves as a separate country. When you go to the United Kingdom, Scotland is its own country. They even have their own parliament. United, of course, through the crown. And then there is the peculiar case of, what do you call it? You know what? I lost my train of thought. So let me continue. Beautiful day for President and Mrs. Carter to enjoy a ride through Plains Peanut Festival. And just a week before he turns 99, we're betting peanut butter ice cream is on the menu for lunch. So, miracles of miracles. Jimmy Carter, who just recently entered hospice like 7 weeks ago, was out today, or was it 7 months? It was 7 months ago. He went to hospice 7 months ago. And one of the relatives even went to the media and said that Jimmy Carter was in the final chapter of his life. I think that's how they put it. And so, if you guys remember, I had posted a few pictures of Jimmy Carter. I spoke about, some of the things I recall about Jimmy Carter. Well, turns out Jimmy Carter is able to go out for a ride in an SUV, which he's actually in the back seat. The person that you see on the screen there, that is Rosalind, his wife, and Jimmy, of course, is on the other side. So that is extraordinary. Don't tell me prayer doesn't work. Allie B. Barron, I'm still trying to find my new computer cup holder. Your new computer cup holder. I'm still trying to find my new computer cup holder. Is that code? Is that code or is that something else? No. Now is that from the Patreon maybe? Because I found out that Patreon has sent gifts out to people. And I keep asking people, what did they send you? Because I have no idea what it is. I just know that they send stuff out, but I'm still trying to find my uh, uh okay, I think I get it. I think I get it. Your computer costs so much that it's like a car, right? And you're looking, okay, I get it. I get it. So sorry. I had to uh, I guess I'm still seeing the letter M, which is impressive because even when it's not there, I can still see it. That's what's so strange. Even when it's not there, it's still there. You know what I mean? So let me stop being silly tonight. Allie B, thank you so much for the super chat. And thank you for watching Royal Sussex. And here, don't trip on your way out of me. Okay. Let me cleanse our minds of everything, and we'll go to the next thing. Hit it, Annie. Okay. Oh. No, she's looking for her CD player. No, the actual. No, not an actual cup holder. Oh, okay. All right. That's interesting. Are you sure? Okay, I'm a little loopy today. I do apologize. Nothing is making sense to me right now. I know you, Levy. I know. Um, I love Jimmy Carter. And Jimmy Carter, when he first, I think he had a brain tumor, and I don't know how they treated it, but they used something experimental. And then I guess it went into remission. Now, whatever they did, that is quite an intervention for someone in their 90s. Well, this week, Jimmy Carter will be 99 years old. 99 years old. And he and his sweetheart that he married, oh gosh, how long ago do you think that was? 80 years ago? 79 years ago? Does that make sense? Anyway, it was a long time ago. He was a gunnery sergeant or something like that in the Navy. Wow, what a career he's had. Let me see. Okay, quandary, state of uncertainty or perplexity, dilemma. Wow, Marjo, I got that right. I did get it right, didn't I? We're in a bit of a quandary. Thank you so much. Yeah, me too. I'm so glad to see them out able to go for a ride. And they had the windows down and everything. Oh, you've seen them in person. That's nice. Okay, let me go on to the next one. Oh, what are they doing on my screen? Wait, where did they come from? Oh, that wasn't supposed to happen. All right. So, Kate Middleton rising to the challenge as she thrives without Prince William. And then also, Prince William came to New York without Kate. Do you all think that they're trying to prepare us for an announcement? Do you think that they're trying to prepare us for an announcement? Is there some information that's going to come out in the next couple weeks or before William goes to Singapore alone? Do you suppose that there's any type of information that may come out soon that would change the way we look at the Prince and Princess of Wales? I wonder about that. It's almost as though they're trying to prepare us for something. Now, they have allowed Kate to portray herself as an independent, working, what do you call it? A businesswoman, like she's running an empire, like CEO Barbie. They have allowed her to play CEO Barbie, especially when she got that big grant from that lawsuit that William settled allegedly. But yeah, so they've been letting her play dress up and everything. And if she ever had to really take a leadership role, it's not likely she would be successful. Um, let's see. Rohini says the word you're looking for. Can't say it. All together, kids. Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. I think that there's an announcement coming down the pike. That's the only thing that makes sense. Because the trip that William took was very awkward and poorly timed. And then, of course, Kate has been actually, Kate took some of the attention away from William while he was in the US, which, if she had any consideration for him, that would not have happened. She could have just stayed home for that couple of days while William was in New York. But instead, she was out being visible, being seen, taking a helicopter, as though she wanted the attention, which, of course, William's team, I believe it was, leaked the assertion that they felt better about William going by himself, so that it won't be a question of what is she wearing. Oh, look at her hair extensions. Oh, look at the color of her hair. I don't believe that exists in nature. All of those things would have been a terrible distraction for them, for William, in New York City. So I'm gonna just imagine that was deliberate, and that William probably didn't have a clue that she was going to go out, especially taking the helicopter. So that was very strange. But it's almost like they're trying to prepare us for something. So right there, you can see that there has been quite a bit of space between them, literally and figuratively. And as always, it seems like the little ones are caught up in the middle. So oh wow, Patricia Ann Franklin. I didn't think about it like that. Well, that is something to think about. Two of them in the same century. Well, well, let me see. Well, technically, Charles got his last, well, before 2000. Yeah, before 2000, right? I mean, obviously, Diana was alive at that time, so yeah. Because I think in modern times, Princess Margaret was the first royal to divorce in modern times. I don't think there had been a divorce since Henry VIII. I think there may have been a couple of annulments, but divorce, not since Henry VIII. So I think. Well, I mean, she would be smart to just stay in there and hold hands and play patty cakes or something. She'd be very wise to do that. Yeah, because I don't think there would be anything to gain from leaving because they still got those kids. They got those kids to consider. And you know, if she stepped out and lived her life, so to speak, it would be a bigger impact on her because she wouldn't have the type of protection from the institution any longer. And there would be people, countless people in her business all the time. And maybe the palace wouldn't be able to call off those dogs. So, yeah, she would get the short end. The royal women usually get the short end of something like that. Not the men, the women. Let me see here. Remember after the Caribbean tour, the Caribbean disaster, they said they were doing separate events. Really? I don't remember it from there. Well, Kate did go to Denmark, and that was her first, and I do mean her first trip abroad solo as a member of the royal family. That was her first one. Huh. Okay. Oh well, I'll let that be their problem. One thing about the squad is we give out a lot of suggestions to help with the behavior of that institution. And who knows if they listen? Who knows if they act on some of the things that we say? But maybe it's not our place to do that. Maybe they need to problem solve. Maybe they need to make the mistakes, acknowledge the mistakes, and then move on and repair those mistakes. But if they did that, well, then of course they wouldn't have chased Meghan out of the country, bringing Harry right on her tail. So, oh, what did I just miss there? Yeah, no remarkable skills or anything like that. It is true. It is true. But she's a snappy dresser. You got to admit that. She dresses really nice. So if something happened, like if someone was having a medical emergency, surely they would turn and say, is there a copycat dressed princess in the house? Instead of saying, is there a doctor in the house? is is there someone in a white power suit that looks like their sister-in-law's in the house? Maybe they would do that. Yeah. And then that way she can lend some type of first aid or whatever she can remember. Lucy Wynn. Yes. Good night, Lucy Wynn. But let me see. We haven't done this one in a while.
Reasons Catherine is so popular amongst certain demographics, and I'm going to say older people and men, is because she says absolutely nothing. She's a good little girl who keeps quiet and doesn't complain, doesn't do anything, doesn't rock the boat, and is a very traditional, old-fashioned mute woman.
Take note, Nicola. There it is. Right.
One of the reasons Catherine is so popular amongst certain demographics, and I'm going to say older people and men, is because she says absolutely nothing. She's a good little girl who keeps quiet and doesn't complain, doesn't do anything, doesn't rock the boat, and is a very traditional, old-fashioned mute woman.
Take note, Nicola. There
it is. Okay, let me see. Now, here's the contrast. What they were saying about Harry and Meghan was projection. This is the reality. That is the reality of our faves. The truth is, they're just as much in love today as they were the day before, and the month, and the year before that. One of the squatties did that thing where you can strip away the color except for where you want it. I did something similar with Meghan's last week wardrobe. I did something very similar. Now, don't look now. Here's Kitty. Oh my God. Prince William and Princess Catherine were spotted yesterday at Prince George's football game. Yeah, that looks like them. Either that or it's Camilla Tominey. It could be Catherine or it could be Camilla Tominey. So, let me see. Oh, Faith, you like that? The mute woman? Credit Instagram, Royal Fashion Police, whatever. It says there, Catherine and William was spotted at Georgia's football game. My inbox is exploded with remarks that Catherine wore in a pair of, what's that, flared jeans? Yeah, flared jeans. But of them, but of them wore jeans likely because of, what is that? The jeans are for Jeans Day. Oh, okay. So apparently she got on some flared bottom jeans. It looked like it's raining. I see an umbrella parked outside. The bottom of her coat is obviously wet. Now, the only thing that is odd about this is that somebody snapped her photo. And it doesn't seem as though they asked consent. They just snapped a photo, which was enough to get, what's her name? Kate's attention, and enough for William to want to start running and headbutt someone until they can't speak anymore. But until that happens, they're just going to have to be very, very angry with the person with the camera. But yeah, this is the second time that this happened to Kate, that someone has taken her photo without consent. And in a place where she might assume to have a very low level amount of assumed privacy. I mean, kids' school. How much photo do you need to take? So I would think that things would be pretty solidly private there, but apparently other family members could just wander around and snap photos of the royals if they just happens to be there. Yeah, I wouldn't. I don't think that that's really fair. But the thing is, she is a public figure. She is the next queen. They're living high off the hog. Oh, you know what? Oh my God. What is her feet doing? Baron, that pic is weird. Look at her feet. I looked at oh. Do you think they're aliens? Do you suppose they're aliens? Do you think that this is like an alien meeting and someone just happened upon them as Kate was about to turn into something else, like a hardworking mom or, I don't know, a pulled pork sandwich or something? She was about to turn into something. You all, please don't forget to hit the like button. One of the moderators has already mentioned that there's only almost 700 likes, even though there's enough room for, everybody to like. So please do. And if you're not subscribed, make sure you do. If you don't, I think it wouldn't be Southern. Okay, now let me go to the next one. Okay, so Gummy, if you know, you know. Someone who is constantly trying to stand up for the Cambridges or the Wellses. Someone who has decided to, I guess, yeah, I guess this person is trying to uh, drum up some sympathy for them. Yeah, that's it. They're trying to drum up some sympathy. It's always sad when when they're just trying to be normal parents and someone breaches a private family moment. But it's lovely to see that William and Catherine look like off duty. Okay, so let me make sure I understand that. This is a deranger, actually, who has an account that has grown really fast, full of hate. Full of hate. Um, well, yeah, because it take a look at her feet. Which direction is she going? Is she facing William or is she facing the camera? That is kind of scary. Yeah, I'm not sure what to think of that. It seems as though she's going the other way. It seems like she's either going toward William or she's walking over to snatch that camera and bang it against the wall and then stomp on it. That's what it looks like. So until we know better. Oh, Leg says, let's see, what the heck is that Gumby? The mask is off. Well, not Gumby, but Gummy. Gummy. What can I say? If you know, you know, but or if you don't, maybe I could just tell you, but not Gumby, just Gummy. And I believe that that's what they call her on the Twitter is Gummy. And it's because of a certain physical attribute which is hard to miss. Okay. Oh, by the way, thank you for the super chat. So anyway, this person wanted us to believe that their expectancy of privacy has been violated. Well, I know that when you're on the street, you should expect for people to be able to take your photo if they notice you. If you're in a public school, there's always that possibility. Now, maybe they wandered into an area where they're not normally located or something. I don't know. I don't know how this happened. But all I know is Kate didn't even have time to put her extensions in. Now, here's something new. If you look on the right, that photo is the original photo of all the people at the, what is it, the Trevi that were available to smile and take a picture. That is the original on the right. But if you take a look on the left, there is a new one that just came out. Now, it's a vertical photo, and I don't know if there's another version of it that's as wide as the original. But yeah, and there's our Duchess right there in the middle again. So carrying over is just about everyone, except maybe the one that is yeah, that smaller one. That is the newer one. The older one is the one on the right. So because we remember the one on the right because the kid in the blue makes that face. Now, speaking of that face, here is the photo of Kate at the so-called rave party. It's kind of weird because it doesn't seem like they're using rave in the proper context. You know, a rave party, you picture like a warehouse, and it's a space where they're renting out the space, and it shouldn't legally be a place where alcohol is served and stuff like that. But yet it happens. That's a rave party. A rave party is when you kind of crash a space and you're there and you're not supposed to be there, or the place is not zoned for that. So this doesn't seem like a rave party. This looks like a VFW hall. This looks like the activity room at a senior citizen center, not a rave party. I mean, I don't see one cigarette butt on the floor. How could this be a rave party? Yeah. Let me see what's going on with this picture, period. Well, I tell you, some people are of the opinion that that is Camilla Tominey, and perhaps Rock Savage, the Rose's husband, Rock Savage. Looks like him. He's much older than Rose, I think. Okay. It's a Geritol rave. I like that. Oh, Bethany Frankel. Ugh. Ugh. She talks out of both sides of her mouth. By the way, you guys, I'm not even going to tackle the Osbournes. I saw, however long that video was, I saw like a small portion of it, or heard a small portion of it. And it was that entitled daughter of theirs going on a riff. So I am just going to ignore them. I never watched their show before, and I'm certainly not going to pay attention to them now. But from what I hear is that their podcast is not doing well. And the only way to make something work out of the blue is to, bring Harry and Meghan's name into it. So that seems to be in the playbook for their podcast. I want nothing to do with it. So I'm done with that. Now, look at Harry. Is she licking her finger like she just put down a piece of KFC? Or what? Ooh-wee! She is licking her finger like she just put down some KFC. Yep. I guess Harry still got it. But did you see the audience when they announced the Duke and Duchess of Sussex? That one lady, her mouth was just hanging open like, what? Let me see. Was that the first video? Let me see. Was that the first one?
Maybe.
Nope. Nope. Sorry, not that one. Let me see. Is it this one? Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to the Duke and Duchess of...
Okay, you see the lady with the white top on in the center? When she announces, she does this look at her partner like, what? Okay, let's try that again.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to the Duke and Duchess of Sussex.
Okay, so the first award is to Alexa Fullerton.
Okay. You get the point. Yeah, she was saying, what? Okay. And there's Meghan's coat, in case you were interested in it. I do believe it's Carolina Herrera. And I've heard prices, quote, around $600 all the way up to about $1,000. So that's it right there. It looks like the kind of got sleeves like a poncho, right? And that is adjustable. But anyway, nice, nice. And these are just a random few photos from today. Didn't put them in any particular order. The one on the left side is a collage of the Invictus Games outfits, just 4 of them. And then on the right, there's a photo I'm pretty sure you haven't seen yet, so sharing that. And this one, I have not seen this one either. But yeah, very nice, very nice. Very toned arms. Her arms are very toned. And this reminds me of the Iwo Jima. Remember when the 4 sailors raised the flag for Iwo Jima? And yeah, that's what this reminds me of. Yet another victory. And with that, you guys, I am done. 1 hour, 54 minutes, and I am done. So let me find something pleasant to look at while I look at some of your comments. Yeah, she was definitely getting kind of worked up. She ought to take that energy to Buckingham Palace. She ought to take that energy to Buckingham Palace. Oh, okay. Let me see here. Oh, by the way, everyone, thank you for signing the condolence card for YM Droid, whose mother passed away. I guess it was day before yesterday now. So thank you so much for signing the no, yesterday. Well, day before yesterday for some of you. But thank you very much. The card is actually it's on the screen in the menu for Community tab. So you'll see it. I think it may have been the last thing I posted. So far, I think there may be about 300, 200, 300 people already, which is incredible. Thank you very much. Okay. Oh, 208 comments. Perfect. Okay. So we are good then. I will see you all tomorrow. Love you guys. Thank you very much. Thank you also for your very generous contributions. Greatly appreciate it. That I believe was one of my sister's grandkids that rang the phone. Do you know that little girl? What is she? I don't know how old she is. She goes to daycare. I know she's that old. Anyway, one day the phone rings and there's someone doing a FaceTime. And I'm expecting to see my sister do something that she never does, is a FaceTime. And what do I see? The top of her little head, barrettes and all. And of course, because it's a child and I didn't want to lay anything heavy on her, I hung up. I told her, get off my phone. And I hung up. And you know what she did? She called me back. So, yeah, she can navigate electronics better than anybody. But that's the generation she's growing up in. Okay, Cookies and Cream says, everyone, please stay safe, pray, don't peg, and hydrate. Well, that sounds like an ending to me. All right, y'all. You won't believe it, but I'm going to bed. I'm tired. Let me see here. Oh, well, thank you very much, Andrea Bess. Thank you, Judith Reynolds. I had fun. Catherine Bryant. Oh, you can't find the card? Well, go to the home page for Royal Sussex, and then at the top of the page, it will say like videos, live, shorts, and then if you work your way over to the right, it should give you an option for the community tab. It'll just say community, but it's at the top of the screen. But you probably have to get out of the video first to find it. Lorna Williams, I hope so. Maybe a little sooner, but I hope so, yes. Oh, by the way, let me grab the link. Tomorrow, Special K Thoughts will be on at 9 a.m. Eastern time, I think. And she only comes on once a week, but boy, does she have a great show. So I will probably be awake, or as I like to say, coherent, and I will probably be there as well. So let me get the link for you. I know I have it somewhere. Duchess of Advocacy, right? Oh, there we go. So, didn't I see something scheduled? Let me see. Yes, 9 a.m., the 24th, which is tomorrow. So I'm grabbing the link and I'll put it at the top of my page or channel or whatever. Okay. It's weird. It seems like my computer is moving kind of fast now. Okay. Copy. Oh, did I copy? Yes. All right. So I just copied that link. And, I got to go back to my channel, which is, oh boy, I thought I had accidentally logged out. Okay. By the time I do this, her show will be on at 9 a.m. Oh, wait. Okay, here we go. Y'all. Fret not. There it is. So that is the link to Special K Thoughts, the Duchess of Advocacy, and there you go. Oh, I didn't pin it, did I? Let me pin it. Okay, there we go. Duchess of Advocacy. So please make sure you hit the notification so you'll know when she's on tomorrow. You won't be disappointed. And all of the usual suspects from the chats here and from Pedo and Ann and everyone, V, they're all going to be over there. So I will too. Okay, love you guys. See you tomorrow. Let's cue the Ginger Avenger, and I am out of here. Okay. Night, Sandra Rose. Good night, MJB. Kathy G, good night. Cookies and Cream. Diane Baptiste, yes, good night. Anastasia, good night. Oh, and Connie Bomber for when she wakes up. Okay, see ya.